Rally America on ESPN is presented by the new game Xbox Magazine calls the best racer on Xbox 360 yet, Dirt, and by Subaru, always ready. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Welcome back to Rally America, the New England Forest Rally, as we watch Travis Pastrana and his co-driver Ekstrom, stage 10. He drives brilliantly. But also truly on his mark was Antoine Lestage. He went on to win stage 10 by a full 2 seconds. The overall margin now is down to 8.5 seconds.
Right 5 short into left 4 plus, into right 5 plus, into flat crest 70.
Lestage is poised to join the 8 drivers who have already qualified for X Games 13.
I think the X Games format this year is a lot different per se than it was last year.
You know, it's a very important race. It's the biggest race, really the biggest single race of the year.
To have, you know, the first 4-wheel vehicles in the X Games, which was inevitable, to have that be rally racing, especially including rally racers from the U.S., obviously huge boost to U.S. rallying.
Last year proved that it can be a really great show and an entertaining sport to watch.
You combine that much talent coming in with that level of technical expertise on such a demanding road, and it just was unbelievable. So much fun, but just so difficult.
We qualified literally a week before the event. We had a pretty mediocre finish. I think we finished 7th. But this year, I think we'll be a lot better prepared for that event. I ended up with a bronze medal, which is something I never imagined that I would actually win it.
This year, it's a head-to-head format.
We're not going to a rally. We're going to do a super special in a stadium.
You know, one mistake and you're out, one lucky run and you're on to the next one.
From the first guys at the beginning all the way to the championship round at the end, just going to be probably split by a second or less.
Colin McRae has proven to be one of the best drivers in the world.
You know, Colin McRae, dude's got video games.
He's the guy that a lot of us current rally drivers idolized and looked up to when we were younger.
And then for Colin to be able to successfully fake the rollover, that was obviously very important too.
He can have a little bobble and still be one of the best drivers in the world.
That was just something I'll never forget.
Any of the drivers here can really win.
Ramona, Tana, Ken, Travis, it could be anybody.
I think the strategy for the team is don't show off. And that's really hard for me.
I think people like Tanner Faust, who is also a drifting competitor.
Tanner is going to be the toughest.
I'm going to pick Tanner Faust.
He's done all the stunts for Dukes of Hazzard and Tokyo Drift and all these movies where he's used to flying the car as well. We got a pretty big jump at X Games, so I think Tanner's going to be probably the toughest to throw out there.
Well, for Ken Block, it was a fairly uneventful rally. He drove steady and hard, and Ken Block would end up in 3rd place.
Matt Iorio and Ole Holter have yet to regain the winning form they showed last season, Paul, but Matt put in a solid drive to finish 4th in this, his home event. Andy Pinker and Robbie Durant were playing catch-up the entire rally, but by pure perseverance, they climbed back up to finish 5th, good enough to hold on to the championship lead. Maybe Tim O'Neill taught too many drivers too well. The professor finished 6th. Matt Johnson was 7th in his first outing in a powerful, open-class Subaru.
Travis clearly understood that Lestage had him in his sights and drove as fast and brilliantly as he could to make sure that he had enough margin to win the event. He heads for the flying finish. And it's over. Now he only has to wait for Lestage.
You know, I tell you what, it's been a really fun rally. We were only 8 seconds up. He took off another 2 coming into the last stage. It's only 5 miles. We drove pretty doggone well. If he beat us by 8 seconds, he definitely deserves it.
And here comes Lestage. He drove as fast as he could to try to catch Pastrana and take the win. And doing that despite the fact that he had a comfortable lead over the other X Games wildcard contenders.
Turn right 5 minus, cut okay, into left 5 plus short, 70.
A win of the stage, but not the event.
Congratulations, Antoine. You have won the wild card to the X Games.
Yeah, thanks. That's great. I don't know. We must be second, I guess. we didn't make it, but it was a very good fight with Travis.
Travis's winning margin was 7.2 seconds over Lestage. Nobody else was in the same area code. Matt Iorio coasted out of the final stage, but he still faced a long transit back to the finish at the Sunday River Ski Resort. He was towed by Andy Pinker and then by Pat Morrow, two guys who could have benefited if he didn't get there. What incredible sportsmanship. What a show for Rally.
I go up to Canada, I always hear that, like, he is a god, and I'm going, okay. And every time he comes to the States, either he has trouble or we had trouble. This is the first time, you know, I know he's had a bigger, you know, fish with getting into X Games, so I can't wait to race him at X.
He did a fantastic job. He was really fast because near the end we were trying pretty hard, not much left, so congrats to him. It was a very good run, and I'm happy finally a good result in the States.
Well, the next time the good friends will face one another in the heat of competition will be in Southern California for X Games 13. Ken Block came home in third. Careful on that car. You're going to need it for X Games.
The race to qualify for the X Games has been the focus of the season so far, and that's because it will be a showcase event televised live on ABC. But the real prize, the Rally America Championship, is still being led by Andy Pinker, but it's far from decided. There are still 3 long, hard rallies to go, and you'll see them all here on ESPN2. For Paul Page and Bill Wood, I'm Natalie Richard. See you at the X Games.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sport.